groups, and when you have to give back, it means something a lot more. There are some great national organizations that do a lot of good things, but it's all the little things, the little groups for people trying to pay back that make things happen in our lives. And I know with my granddaughter, Mackenzie, who had sarcoma cancer and had to go through this, if it wasn't for all the people who we never met in our lives wouldn't be changed today. And here's a group right here. Ryan Priest got a hold of me this morning, and Landon Cooper is the founder of Miles2Give. Miles2Give.org is the organization website. So if you want to know about what I'm talking about, if I miss on anything, that website will tell you everything you need to know. But right now, the founder, Landon Cooper, is sitting alongside. Ryan Priest is here. Ryan Bondhart is here, and is Courtney here?
I don't think Ryan Bondhart.
Oh no, Ryan's not here either. Okay, I missed the last name. I didn't. The name.
John McKay.
I'm John McKay. Okay, yes. So he's here. But Landon, you're speaking right now. Thanks for coming in. You guys look like you've done some work today. You've been doing some bike riding across the country. I know you still have quite a ways to go, 43 days left, but tell us about the trek here to Iowa.
Well, first off, it's an honor to be here in this beautiful state. It's actually the state where my friend Ashley Davis is from, that kicked this thing off for me. Every state we've ran across has gotten better and better, so we're very happy to be in Iowa right now.
So you're averaging 25, 35, 40 miles a day running, but for a great cause. So you talked about your friend. How did this all get started for you, Landon?
Yeah, about 3 years ago, Valentine's Day 2010, I ran a race for a friend of mine in Phoenix, Arizona. And at the time, she had Ewing sarcoma, and it was brand new to me. It was new to her family. And all I knew at the time was, how to inspire, how to give, and how to show love. And so we got together, me and 3 buddies, in what was it called, IMS Marathon in Phoenix, and got her to the finish line, and gave her the race medal, gave her the bib, and I looked at her and said, you know what, we might not have won this race, but we're going to kick cancer's backside. I didn't want to be a liar. And so last fall, when I was chasing other dreams around the world, when it came to the corporate life and all that stuff, I finally kind of had a huge epiphany, and here we are with a greater purpose.
And you touch a lot of people's lives along the way, and mile by mile you get this done, and it takes a long time, but piece by piece, groups like yourselves, Miles2Give, and that's Miles with the number 2 in it, Miles2Give.org, the website. So the inspiration from this all started there, and now it's been, what, a decade, more than a decade that this has been going, right?
No.
No, not quite?
No. We need to correct some facts here.
Okay.
We're not biking, for one.
Okay, running, but I mean...
No, we just, this is actually our first tour.
Okay.
And we started off Valentine's Day of this year from San Francisco. And we cover about up to 30 miles a day, sometimes 40 miles a day. And every day we run for a different person that's either been affected by sarcoma, survived, battled, we lost. Every day is a different tribute. And the whole idea behind what we're here to do is to provide more awareness and research for the forgotten cancer. There's no alarms right now for this cancer. The big alarms is breast cancer, colon cancer, things like that. I mean, that's why you see all the bells and whistles flying around. So we want to get ahead of the curve because there's so many spirits of people that are affected by this, and we still need them around.
And I apologize about my brain farts from time to time here.
We have plenty on the RV, believe me.
Ryan Priest is over there, and Ryan got a chance to talk to you and talk about your involvement in this organization and how close it is to your heart as well.
Well, yes, it's my title is tour director, and with that, I have to start contacting all the media and the different hospitals, and just trying to spread more awareness for sarcoma cancer. And there's people every single day that want to join us on the road and bring us, special presents or food, or they even want to put in miles. And with my job, I'm in constant contact with them to try to get them to meet us in the right locations and try to make it as smooth as I can.
Yeah. Now, how many are in this group that run with you? Is it just your initial group right here, or do people join you?
My 2 passionate brothers that you see right there,
okay.
John McKay and Ryan Priest. And behind the scenes, we have a lot of people that contribute to make sure that we're going east. And all the wheels stay on the bus, and there's a lot of money being raised for our goal here. And the goal for us is to raise at least $100,000 strictly for sarcoma cancer research. All the money we raise goes to Sarcoma Foundation of America. Everything's tax exempt. It's very black and white, very crystal clear. And we're learning so much more of other things that we want to do on the tour. So. And
Landon Cooper, we're talking to, the founder of Miles2Give.org, and you guys are from different parts of. Here we are, different parts of the country, yet how small a world it is, and here you are in the state of Iowa working together. Tell us about where you're all from.
Well, I've been throwing that one. We get asked that about 5 times a day. It's like a different, oh, I'm from space all of a sudden. John's from Mars, But no, it's the very honest truth of the matter is, I'm originally from Alabama. I have a storage in Florida of all my belongings. My car is in Salt Lake City, and my RV is here in Des Moines. Ryan is from Chicago. I had to pull him from a waterfall in Central and South America, fly him to where I was, and then he had to pack his flip-flops for a change, and he's waiting to finish his final semester at Northern Arizona in Flagstaff, Arizona.
That's awesome.
John has been, he biked across the country 10 years ago, lived in Virginia Beach, lived in Denver, traveled all over, an extremely passionate, amazing teacher as well. He has done so much, and his life's on hold, his life's on storage. So basically all we have right now is these 3 passionate Sarcoma warrior brothers on an RV trek into the Atlantic Ocean.
Now, I know one thing, going to the hospitals and seeing these kids, and then of course adults also affected very greatly by this cause as well, but when it gets into kids, and you watch how they fight, there's no adult in the world that needs to complain because they are making it. I told my granddaughter, everybody comes in and says how they got your back and they understand what you're going through, but nobody really can understand what a person's going through when they're going through it. And I told her, I don't understand what you're going through, but you made it easy for me because of the way she fights and always had a smile on her face. And that was the amazing thing, watching a young kid going through this fight. How they always never had that quit attitude. They always had a smile on their face and they were ready to work hard and do everything they could to fight this cancer.
Jennifer Inman said it best. She said she felt so hopeless, and her daughter, Michaela, just went through her bout of sarcoma cancer, and she said it best. She's like, I felt so hopeless for the longest time because you basically don't get to go through it with her, but you're beside her.
Yes.
And then once Jennifer found us, she found a sense of hope because the design of our tour is exactly the design when it comes to the fight of overcoming cancer. We don't have a day off. We have a ton of logistics. We sacrifice so much. We're peeling ticks off our body. We've gone 8 days without a shower. We've gone.
You look like it right now, my friend.
Well, I'm glad the lights are off. Otherwise, if they're on, it's a whole different story. We've gone 2 weeks without touching porcelain. So there's a lot of things we can throw at you here, but there's no comparison.
No.
No.
Landon, I mean, if you guys can stick around, we could talk to you around 6:30 tonight, but I know you probably got plenty to do because we'd love to keep the word out there, and I think there's a lot more you can be told, but we're just running out of time. We have to hit these break things we call on radio, so it's up to you. We'll let you think about it, and if we can, we'll work it out. Or, you know what, I might be able to get you to the top of the hour and move Mike, our next guest, to about 6:30.
Hey, tell Mike we ran from the
We'll do
Pacific
that.
Ocean.
Because I'm sure you got plenty more to talk about here. This is a great cause. That's an interesting story, and I just want to get the ground roots because, with what your story is, it brings a lot of people in there. If it's 1 or 2 or 3 or 1,000 more people that helps this cause and helps kids out there and adults who are going through tough times in their life, hats off to you guys for what you do. And again, 100% of the proceeds goes all back to fighting this disease and sarcoma. Miles2Give, that's Miles with the number 2, give.org, Miles2Give.org, the organization website. Check it out. They do a great job there. We'll continue on here with more Friday Night Live, the Spring into Summer edition, our final one of the Spring into Summer, because we're going to take a break until Iowa high school football season kicks off with our 6-hour marathon of Friday Night Live every Friday night during the high school football season. But again, every Saturday morning we'll be right here from 8 to 10 with the Iowa Sports Spotlight Show as we continue to cover Iowa high school, college, and professional sports, and you know what? All the other great things that are happening here in our great state of Iowa and across the country. Back with more of the Spring into Summer of Friday Night Live after this on AM 1350 KRNT, your home and away voice of the Chicago Cubs, here, AM 1350 KRNT.